Hello, my name is Jeff Pagano, and welcome to Harping on Rugby, where with the help of some fellow fans, I get the chance to harp on what's going on with Leinster, Ireland, and the wider rugby world. First up, joining me this week is someone earning cap number 38, who is also the early pace setter in the Harping Prediction League. Coming to us from the Great Rock of Gibraltar, welcome to Mr. Rich Mifsud.
Good evening, lads. Lovely to see you again.
Indeed. And our second guest is making pod appearance number 14. And when it comes to our prediction league, he's doing his part to keep me company down at the lower part of the table after 2 rounds. Hello once more to Mr. Jay Long.
I'm giving myself space for a comeback, Jeff. That's all.
Hi,
guys. Great to be back. Thanks for having me on.
That's it. You're longing everyone else and Jeff also in security. Yeah. Exactly, we all know it. Yeah. All of which brings us to our final thoughts for the weekend's rugby, starting with Rich.
Yeah, it's been an interesting first couple of weeks of the URC coming back to getting back into it slowly. We also had the ending of the rugby championship, and that's gone interestingly. I mean, not so much in terms of who was going to win it, because we're always going to win it, as in South Africa, but the almost demise of Australian rugby is sad to see, to be honest. Argentina had their best showing in the competition since they joined it, which is also very good to see, though not as unsurprising as the Australian story. And the All Blacks are in transition. They're certainly not there yet. No doubt they'll build up to being a force to be reckoned with, an unstoppable force to be reckoned with, because they already are a force to be reckoned with in the coming months and years. But definitely a lot of work in progress there. As there is most certainly with Australia. Joe Schmidt certainly has his work cut out. As to the URC, it's been entertaining. Already some shock results. You've already alluded to the Parma one, which makes it even more surprising is the fact that there's talk of Parma folding financially, which is never a nice thing to hear. And people were already all the carrion eaters were already talking about who's going to replace them, etc. So clearly they're still very much alive and kicking, and certainly that's a bunch of very proud men at Parma, and I really do hope that they stay in the competition, because already last year they were showing signs of a very entertaining brand of rugby. For the others, it's been hit and miss for most teams. Yes, it's early season blues for most teams. I don't think anybody's really shone from any of the teams yet. But it's very much early doors.
Yeah, I mean, like for Leinster's point of view, like it's we found loads wrong and loads to work on, but with when 10 points are on the board, you definitely at least going in the right direction anyway.
Absolutely.
And hopefully all those problems are solved when it gets to May. What did you make of it all, Jay?
Yeah, I guess much the same. The 1,000-yard version of it is job done. 2 matches, 10 points.
Yeah.
Top of the log. I mean, really, it's our cup runneth over in terms of what we can complain about. It's a platitude, right, in terms of where we should be and the performances that we really want to see, but it's just fact, right? We've read there was 10 on offer, we took 10. The performances obviously left a lot to be desired, but as you said, it's early season. We have an awful lot of kind of talent to come back into the fold, pretty much our full first choice front row, R.G. Snyman, the Jordy Barrett, Henshaw, Ryan Baird. There's so many guys that are still. Doris, right? The captain hasn't played yet.
Yeah.
So it's there's plenty of talent still to come in to improve our performances and to help those young guys. And that's another point, is that we've blooded 3 or 4 young guys that I think that's probably going to pay dividends in that South Africa tour this year. There's guys there that have gotten 2 games under their belt now, like Deeney, etc., and who that will stand to them big time, and that will stand to us ultimately. I think we should, hope to see us trust the kids more. I've loved to see Sam last week. I love seeing Fintan Gunn this week. Even further afield, Ben Murphy and Connacht, like these things pay off. These things can work if you give these guys a chance.
Yep.
Very, very interesting to see Doris in the coaching box. Can be it'd be great to see how that works out. You don't want to cloud his mind too much because he's already quite good on the pitch in terms of player clarity and leadership and stuff. But in terms of what the coaching box ticket want of him, obviously more clarity is never a bad thing, as long as it's not, he's not sitting there before he runs into burst somebody to say, I wonder how Jack wants me to burst this guy. He still needs to play how Caelan Doris plays rugby, but yeah, and all eyes on Croker, obviously. I think it's important that we go out to Bennington next week and build on this. Like if we trip up next week now, that'd be a bit of a disaster rolling into the kind of Munster game, right? We don't want to let the group take that sort of confidence hit. We want to be on an upward arc for the whole time. And then finally, last word for the man himself, the man of the day, right? Cian Healy. Massive congratulations on an absolute legend of the club. Particularly given how he's apparently indestructible. His career has been quote unquote ended 6 or 7 times that I can count, but he just keeps coming back and trucking for us. So massive congratulations for him.
Absolutely. Yeah, just on that Caelan Doris and the coaching box thing, I mean, I think that's interesting. I'm surprised teams haven't done that more often, because I mean, I like when a lot of times when I go to matches in Donnybrook, the media box is literally at the end of the row. It's more of a row. I wouldn't call it a box at Donnybrook, but at the end of the row is where the visiting team, that's their coaching box. You're literally sitting right beside them, so you get an idea of what they're doing. And it's like there's laptops, and they have to talk, and they have to look back over plays and sets, and they're doing so many things. And that's it's literally the nerve center of what's going on. And so to have that link between, just to have, Doris spend a bit of time in there and see what they're doing and see what's happening on the pitch. And you've got a perfect player out there playing his role as well. Like, Conan is no better man to be out there doing what Doris would be doing out there. And I think that's one of the reasons as well why Ringrose and Ryan have been playing but still haven't been captain. It's like he's getting a sense of what it's, so when he's out on the pitch, he'll know what's going on up there as well. He'll know have a better idea of what they're looking for. I'm surprised more teams don't do that, but listen, we'll see if we get any advantage of that down the line. But listen, it was like you say, it was a good weekend, and in terms of results, 2 weeks, 10 points, can't really say too much more. Okay, that's brilliant, lads. We're going to leave it there. Many thanks again to Rich and Jay for joining me, and I hope to have you both on again soon. Thanks, lads.
Thanks, Jeff.